Barry Eugene Wilmore, Captain, Navy. Wartime is a little different. Our ready room was aft. It was A7 squadron. We have less officers, so it's always smaller. But you try to build and make it as nice as you can. And it was the squadron. That squadron at the time they were getting smaller and smaller and sending guys off to different squadrons because those two, as a VA-46 and VA-72, were going away. They weren't transitioning to F-18, so they were getting rid of people, starting to, and that's why myself and one other guy from another squadron, who was a senior JO, got sent to them, and another guy got sent to VA-46 from the West Coast that I knew, that I'd gone through the A7 rag with, Kevin Mannix, Nix. He was in VA-46. Anyway, so there was a little bit of thrown together, but goodness, Bond in there too. And Woody Lewis, Andrew Lewis, he's a 3-star admiral. I'm here today because of a friend that's retiring. Woody's the last one. I had to retire, and Woody's the last guy that I'm aware of that's still active duty that I have served with. Same time frame that I served with. So he was one that was in that squadron. As a matter of fact, my bunk was with Roger Albers, Booger, and was right underneath where if a plane bolted, I was right on the third deck, 03 level. The plane bolted there, hook hit right above my head. I was in the upper rack, upper bunk. And so Woody was on the first night wave, and I was on the first day wave of Desert Storm. So Woody, when he got back, I'm right there. I know they're getting back because they're landing. And somewhat wakes me up. Though you got used to sleeping, it's amazing what you can sleep through. He comes into my room and says, "Butch, I ain't dead." I said, "Good to know, Woody." Anyway, because we didn't know what was going to happen. We had America carriers. We hadn't really been to war in decades. No one had a war, combat experience in almost basically the whole Navy. There was a little skirmish like in Libya, like in 1986, but nobody on our ship played in that. That was just that one-nighter where they lost that Aardvark, that F-111. Anyway, so again, close tightness, fighting, break left, break right when real missiles are being shot at your buddy, and you're hoping you're dodging missiles too that are shot at you, and things that you can't train to dodge a missile. You kind of can play the airplane, pretend, but when you really dodge a missile, wow, it gets your heart pumping. Yeah, so Sharon knows all those experiences, and I only dodged one real one and another close. It was both of the same mission for me in the 21 combat mission, 22 that I had. But anyway, so again, just you don't want to go to war, but if there's war and the chance to participate, I was very grateful I was there. Initially, they had an air threat, the Iraqis did. If you know anything about the Desert Storm, they ran from us. They would not engage. As a matter of fact, my first day mission, I'm coming off target, and I look, and I thought I saw somebody shooting flares. And then in the debrief, I find out that we hit two airfields, H2 and H3. They were 40 miles apart. And what I saw and thought were flares in the distance were two MiG-21s blowing up at the other airfield. Of course, we're not on the same frequency, but I'm coming off target and I'm seeing those. I'm like, hey, who's shooting flares over there? But it was MiG-21s blowing up. Dick Mangello and Mark Fox shot down. I've seen their tapes since then. They were in Hornets. I was in an 8-7. But anyway, eventually there was no air-to-air threat. We didn't need fighter escort, so we were going in day and night by ourselves because there was no air-to-air threat. It was only air-to-ground threat. And so, we go into what we termed them, they were called kill boxes, lat longs, and you go into your kill box, and anything that was in the kill box you could see the bomb, you could. And we did. And all types of weapons, walleye, APAM, anti-personnel ammunition, Rockeye, you name it. Mark 80 series bombs. The only smart bomb that we had, was the walleye that you could data link and steer in. We also had, there was another that we had that you could steer, but I don't remember what it was called. It was new at the time. We didn't have laser guided munitions at that moment. I'm not sure if any of the F-18 squadrons did or not, but we didn't. So a lot of it was, rock iron, that type of thing, cluster weapons that we used. And they were effective, very effective. They had a rocket launch facility that I bombed, one of them.